Olympus High School for a High School Rewind Game of the Week. I am Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us. Our matchup, the Olympus Titans and the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you along with us. We got a Region 7 matchup tonight. Should be a lot of fun with an upstart Timpanogos team taking on a perennial powerhouse in the 4A classification in Olympus. Let's start with Timpanogos. Timpanogos comes in tied in region play, 3-1 on the season. This is a team not a lot of was expect of in the preseason, but they put some games together. They played a very good preseason schedule, and they come in tonight with a great bit of confidence, having won three of their last 4 ball games, including a routing of rival Mountain View 68-50 on Friday night. And this team that's very balanced in scoring. No player averages double digits on this team. The leading scorer is Tanner Melville, who has averaging 9.27 points a ball game, and Josh Alpin, who's averaging 8.2. So a different guy steps up every night. They're playing terrific basketball. We expect a very tough game from Timpanogos in this one tonight. And then take a look at Olympus. The Titans are rolling right along through their season, and then an injury to start Jake Lindsay. And they dropped 2 games to Jordan and then the region opener to Skyline. But Lindsay returned last week and did so with a vengeance with 2 big wins over Mountain View and a tough game against Corner Canyon, and able to walk away with the W. And this is going to be a tough battle for them tonight. Jake Lindsay is a leading scorer in 4A with 27 points per game. The kid is absolutely lighting it up. If you don't know, he's going to the University of Baylor. And so this kid's a very, very good basketball player. He's outstanding, a lot of fun to watch. This should be a great one to bring to you tonight. Well, you know our teams, our matchup, and a couple keys of the game. When we come back, he'll be opening tip-off. You are watching High School Rewind only on Xfinity On Demand. We're about ready for a High School Rewind Game of the Week. First chance to see Timpanogos this season. Jumping up for the Timberwolves is Tanner Melville, number 34, along with Caden Brown, number 2, number 11, Nate Hale, number 20, AJ Coombs, and number 3, Josh Alpin. Jumping for the Titans is Mr. Monson, and he tips it back into the hands of Jake Lindsay. And up the floor we go with the Olympus Titans. On the angle, Miles Keller, who has come on since the Christmas break and played very, very well. Near side, Nate Fox. Back to Lindsay. Here's Fox. High post to Falk. Out to Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, kicks it out. Thought about 3 along the baseline to Monson. Monson holding the corner and gives it up to Nate Fox. And they'll reset the offense for Coach Barnes and the Titans. Baseline, Lindsay, inside out, and nobody home as you try to kick it out to Keller. Turnover. So after the errant pass, trying to kick it out to Miles Keller. Down the floor with the Timberwolves. Down the floor, this is Josh Alpin on the angle with Tanner Melville. Melville terminates, kicks it back up top. This is Josh Alpin. Alpin resets. We're a minute into the ball game. Now to AJ Coombs. Coombs up top with Caden Brown on the angle with Melville. Into the corner. Well, Alpin wasn't ready for that, but able to hang on to it. So we're back up top. We got a slow game to get started. This is what Timpanogos likes to do. They have a number of games of low-scoring points, but they have to score to win these games. And their tough losses has been a lack of offense, has been the detriment to the Timberwolves. And we'll reset the offense with Josh Alpin. 6:25 on a rolling clock in the opening quarter. Trying to drop it inside. We had a kick ball, and we'll stay here. Melville triggers in to Alpin. And their losses, Timpanogos scored 57, 36, 40, 54, and 36. And there's a swat by Lindsay into the hands of Keller, and Keller bringing it in the front court. And the Titans like to get up and down the floor. Coach Barnes is big on running the floor and shooting a 3. Here's Monson back up to Lindsay. Good defense from Timpanogos to recovering. Lindsay hard to the hole and scores. Mentioned Lindsay averaging 27 points a game for the Titans. Melville for 3, and Melville knocks down his first shot, and it's 3-2 Timpanogos. Lindsay cross court. 3 on the way from Lindsay, off the mark. Rebound collected by Caden Brown. Slapped out of the hands and picked up by Falk. Falk hands back to Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, jump it up, and 1. The foul will be charged to Caden Brown. It'll be a +1 opportunity for Jake Lindsay. And the and one free throw. Lindsay with all 5, and it's Olympus 5-3. The floor of Melville. On the angle with Coombs, and that ball's kicked out of bounds and will stay with the Timberwolves. Here's Josh Alpin. And now Melville straight away with Brown, and Brown leaves it short. Rebound taken by Lindsay. Lindsay on the push. Cross court to Keller for 3, and Miles Keller from downtown. And it's 8-3 Olympus. Coach Barnes loves to spread the floor. A lot of spacing and shooting threes. There's the hallmark of the Titan offense. Alpin trying to get it in. Does kick back out, and that ball is stolen. Hale's pass picked off up the floor. Lindsay gives it up hard to the hole, and a foul. Nate Fox will go to the line to shoot 2, and that'll be the second team foul on the Timberwolves. First free throw good. And the second lips out. Back down the floor with Timpanogos. This is Alpin up top with Brown swinging around the angle to Melville. Melville drops it in, and Hale is fouled along the baseline. That's the first team foul on the Titans. Alpin the trigger. Four minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Alpin gets it inside. Yes, it was Alpin. Gets in the hands of Brown, who misses the bunny. Quickly down the floor with the Titans. Outside with Fox up top. Lindsay. Nice final on the baseline to Monson, who can't finish. And the rebound taken by Caden Brown. 3:45 now on the clock. Quickly down the floor. A.J. Coombs up top. Brown on the angle. Melville. He showed range early in this game. The only bucket for Timpanogos. 9-3 with 3.5 remaining in the first quarter. Alpin. Drop it inside to Hale. Hale working on Monson. Left-handed to hook. Good. Nice move by Hale and able to finish with the offhand. And it's 9-5. Monson out top to Fox. Fox now straight away with Lindsay. 3-2 zone, trying to get him off the three-point line. In the corner, Keller looking for number 2 and leaves it short. And a rebound taken by Coombs into the hands of Alpin. Up top, Brown. On the angle with Melville. That pass is stolen by Lindsay. Outside and off the hands. And we'll go the other way after the turnover. 2:35 remaining in the quarter. Lindsay thought about 3, gives it up to Fox down along the baseline to Fault. Into the game as Lindsay pulls for 3 off the mark. Rebound taken by Coombs. And that ball stolen, and no, they got a foul. And I believe that'll go on Keller. 2:20 remaining in the quarter. 9-5, low scoring affair. Alpin. Pickett now down the lane, kicks it out. Melville for 3, too strong, and rebound in the hands of Lindsay. Lindsay ahead of Keller, and Keller will float it up and score it, and they got a foul and 1. Didn't see a foul there, they gave it to him. It'll be +1 free throws for Miles Keller. In the hands of Wright. Couldn't finish, now quickly down the floor with Alpin, 1:15 on the clock. Melville will slow it up. Alpin trying to get inside to Hale. A nice defense from Falk. Alpin back up top, Melville. 55 seconds now remaining in the quarter. Looks off the screen of Hale. Alpin to an open Brown. Caden Brown for 3. And Caden Brown knocks down the open tray. And it cuts the lead in half, 11-8. With 35 seconds remaining in the quarter. And the Titans probably going to play for the final shot. Come out to trap Lindsay. Up top of Falk. Falk inside out. Keller along the baseline to right. Back inside out. 3 to Fox. And that's off the mark. Rebound taken by Hale with 20 seconds. And this is certainly the last shot for the quarter. Now a 10. Going 4 low. 5 seconds. Alpin straightaway 3. And he buries it. Ties us up at 11 at the end of 1. At the end of 1 quarter, it's Olympus 11, Timpanogos 11 off the last second 3 from Alpin. Start of the second quarter in the hands of Josh Alpin, who hit the straightaway 3 as time expired in the first quarter to tie us up at 11. Alpin kicks it up top. Melville now on the angle. And sent back up top. That's Mason Day now in the ball game. Number 32 for Timpanogos. Melville hands back to Day. Day gives off to Alpin. Long possession, over 25 seconds now. Alpin working on Lindsay. Hands it back to Day. Day gets around him in the lane, floated up too strong, tipped out, and in the hands of Melville. Melville hand back to Alpin, a Jimmer range 3, and Alpin from way downtown. Since we're at Olympus, that's Sean Green range 3, 14 to 11 the lead now for Timpanogos. First lead since it was 3 to 2. Keller along the baseline. And that's off the hands of Keller. They're going to say no, stay with White. Into the hands of Dominic Cervantes. Lindsay weaving his way through, kicks out to Keller. Keller to Lindsay. High post right, kicks out to Fox in the corner, Cervantes. Then they hang on to it. 6:40 now remaining. Here's Lindsay. Cross court Fox, thought about 3, hangs on. Now back to Keller. Keller working on Day. Fox for 3, and Fox buries the triple. Evens it up at 14. 6:20 remaining in the half. Alpin. Hale. Day along the baseline to Melville. Back to Day. They'll reset the offense. 6:05 remaining in the half. Here's Alpin. Now Day. Here Melville. Alpin not afraid to pull the trigger from there. We just learned that. Day gives it up. Again, another deep 3. Alpin 3 in a row! And the last 2 from the parking lot. 17-14, Timpanogos. Sooner or later got to close out on him that far off the floor. That was a heat check 3. Up top with Lindsay. Been quiet since the opening moments, and we get him with the charge. Offensive foul, 13th foul on Olympus. Can Alpin make it 4 possessions with 4 threes? Alpin gives it up to Melville. Melville terminates, try to kick it inside the Hales. Picked off by Cervantes, not play. Put it on the floor with Lindsay. Lindsay to the cup, swatted away by Melville. Met at the backboard. Lindsay, a little limp, coming back down the floor. 3 on the way. Off the back of the iron, a rebound. Claimed by Timpanogos. They reset the offense with Alpin. Nice job by Chase Pickett. Here's Day. Day, pirouette in the lane, floated up. No. And got with a foul on the floor, and that's a 14th foul on Olympus. Day triggers into Alpin. Fox out pressuring him near the midcourt stripe. Alpin to the rack off the window, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw good from Alpin. Back rims his second. Count for the last 10 points for Timpanogos. Up top, Lindsay, straightaway 3 from Alpin range, and it's short. Saved in by Monson. Into the hands of Alpin. Mentioned Lindsay hurt his hip around the holiday season. We saw him come up a little lame after that layup was blocked by Melville. And we got a closely guarded 5 seconds, and we'll go back with the Titans. That was a rare call. We have not seen that this season. Back down the floor with Lindsay. Cross court, Fox. Fox into the corner to Monson. Monson terminates, still looking. Gives it up to Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, inside out. Keller for three, and Miles Keller knocks down his second. He's now got 8 points, leading the way for the Titans, and it's 18-17. Up the floor with Alpin, inside of 3:40. Down to 3:35 remaining in the half. Day into the lane. Day again goes for a crazy shot, can't get it to go. Lindsay ahead to Keller. And that ball is off of Keller, and we'll go back to Timpanogos. A little token pressure from Fox. As the Titan offense has gone cold, the pressure D from Timpanogos getting to him a little bit here in the first half. Caden Brown put on the floor, hard to the hole. Can't finish on now in the hands of Lindsay. Jake Lindsay going the other way. Lindsay down the lane, off the window, and one. They're going to get Caden Brown, get him on top of the head. It'll be a +1 free throw for Jake Lindsay. And the +1 free throw from Lindsay is short. Can't help but think that hip is hurting him. He's left 2 shots short now. Not getting a lift on his shot. Here's Hale. Cross court, 3 on the way, and good from Pickett. Chase Pickett from downtown, and it's Timpanogos reclaiming the lead, 21-19. 2:40 remaining in the half. Here's Fox, back to Lindsay. Keller, now Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, had it stripped away. Boogie on the move with Pickett. Can't get control, finally gets it in the hands of Alpin. Into the corner, thought about 3. Day again, hard to the hole. And again, another crazy shot. Thought he'd get the block call, didn't get it. Put it on the floor with Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, into Hale, and Hale was straight up and took the ball. Lindsay lost the handle, quick on the move with Alpin. Alpin inside out, Melville. Melville, crafty shot on the window and gets it to go. And Tanner Melville, his first bucket since the early moments of this game, and it's 23-19 Timpanogos. Fox, now Lindsay into the corner to Monson. And Monson stops the bleeding, knocks down to 3. And it's 23-22 with 1:40 on the clock. Up the floor, give it up to Melville. Melville, now to Pickett. Pickett hit that 3 moments ago. In the lane, can't get it to go, gets his own board. Ball slapped away off of his foot, I believe. And yes, the officials saw it the same way. And we'll go back to Olympus. 1:20 remaining in the half, down the floor with Lindsay. Up top with Fox. 1:10 remaining in the half. On the angle, Monson. Monson into the corner, Keller drop it inside. Falk with the power dribble, can't finish. And a rebound to Melville. They'll hand off to Alpin. 55 seconds remaining in the half. As Alpin hitting 3 straight threes, one in the first quarter, and 2 to start the quarter. Had 10 consecutive points for Timpanogos. 45 seconds now remaining, and Timpanogos looking to get the final shot of the half. Alpin just getting that to Hale. Hale back up top. 35 seconds on the clock. Here's Melville. Olympus playing close enough to get the 5-second closely guard. We saw Alpin get hit for that. Out to Melville. 24 seconds on the clock. Now down to 20. 15 seconds. And now 10. See if it's Melville going to keep it in his hands here. 8 seconds. 7. 5. Melville trying to get to the lane, loses the control. Coombs with it. Swat from behind by Lindsay. Up by Melville. Won't go. And that'll do it for the first half. At the end of 2 quarters, Timpanogos 23, powered by 10 straight points from Alpin. And Olympus 22, heading to the break. High School Rewind is excited to have Nudge as our Player of the Game sponsor. Nudge is one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. With over 500 employees, Nudge is one of the largest contributors of volunteer community outreach programs. To learn more about Nudge and their program, visit www.nudge.com. Start of the second half. And it's Olympus trailing by one, 23-22 at the beginning of the third quarter. Talked about it at the top of the open. These two teams are knotted up in the region standings. Keller for three, and that's off the mark and a rebound. It's going to be taken by Alpin on the run. It's 3-on-1. Falk giving chase. Alpin to the rim, and the foul on Lindsay. Number 2 on Lindsay. There'll be 2 free throws coming to Alpin. Alpin hit the first. Back rims the second in the hands of Keller. Olympus offense has got to get going, but it's been a nice job by Timpanogos of getting back in defense, keeping them out of transition, speaking of Olympus, throughout this ball game, and it's really muddied down the offense for Coach Barnes. Up top, Keller. Outside, Fox. Back to Keller, now Lindsay. Lindsay goes to the hoop and is fouled by Brown. No argument from Brown. Thought maybe he was on top of that ball, but it'd be 2 free throws to Jake Lindsay. Lindsay hits one of 2, 24-23. Lindsay now with 8 points in the ball game. Tough night for Jake Lindsay. Mentioned averaging 27 on the season. Melville got caught there, shuffled his feet, and we'll go the other way. So back down the floor with the Titans. Here's Lindsay. Lindsay trying to work off the dribble. Step back, Jay. And that might get him going. Lindsay now with 10. And it's 25-24. Fairly quiet student section from Olympus tonight. Part of that is just the way that Timpanogos has played defense, and that the offense from Olympus has been not nearly as free-flowing, and it feels like they're down more, but actually up 1 in the situation. The game feels a little bit like, from the crowd perspective, a double-digit deficit here. Here's Melville. Down the lane, Pickett, and one! Oh, Pickett getting down the lane, able to finish it, took the bump, got a kiss off the window, and it's Chase Pickett heading the line for the +1. And here's the and one free throw. And Pickett now with 6 points, hit a triple when he first entered the game in the second quarter, and now with the bump and bucket. 27-25, Timpanogos. 6:10 remaining in the third quarter. Fox cross court to Lindsay. Back to Fox into the corner to Monson. Monson back out to Keller. Keller sent out to Monson for 3. And a lips out rebound in the hands of Pickett. Pickett get up to Alpin. Alpin had 10 consecutive points between the first quarter. He hit the buzzer beater and hit 2 more threes and then a free throw to start the second. Since then has not scored. Alpin kicks out to Melville. Hands off to Coombs. Coombs gives back to Alpin. He terminates, goes back door to Melville, and Melville lays it off the window. Thought I might see a little bit of showtime there, but Melville able to adjust and lay it up and in. Lindsay in the corner to Monson, back to Lindsay. Lindsay cross court. We got a foul on the pass on A.J. Coombs. It'll be the second team foul on the T-Wolves. Here's Jake Lindsay. Over to Fox. 5:10 remaining in the third quarter. And a 4-point lead for Timpanogos. Keller back to Fox into the corner to Falk. Now Lindsay. Lindsay, fall away jumper across the keys off the mark. And a rebound in the hands of Melville. Timpanogos really just packing it inside, keeping Lindsay on the perimeter. When he's gone to the hoop, he's had to dribble through and get a maneuver around a bunch of bodies, and it's thrown him off in the driving game. Alpin hands off to Coombs. Coombs up top with Melville. Now up top with Alpin, back to Coombs. Coombs going at Fox, pull up Jay too strong, and a rebound to Monson into the hands of Lindsay. Lindsay again stopped in the lane and called for a travel. Coombs was standing there, and turnover, and will go with the T-Wolves. 29-25 with 4:15 remaining in the third quarter. Back down the floor with Alpin. Alpin tonight with 11 points. Now up top with Pickett, hands off Melville. Back to Alpin. Lindsay out to pressure him. Oh, nice stutter step move from Pickett. Gonna get him with the carry. I thought that was a clean move. Wipe off the bucket. And a little bit of and one mixtape action there, and we'll go the other way. So after the turnover, back down the floor with the Titans. Here's Lindsay. Lindsay hands off to Fox. Now Monson into the corner to Keller. Keller for three. Off the mark and a rebound taken by Melville. Alpin quickly ahead to Coombs. Coombs drops in to Hale. Hale sends out three for Pickett. And Pickett drops the three. His second of the game. He now has 9 points. 32-25, largest lead for Timpanogos. Timeout. Coach Barnes. 3:22 remaining in the third. 32-25 T-Wolves. So after the timeout, let's see what adjustments Coach Barnes has made. Keller sends out the Fox, holds on for three. Try to go in the corner to Falk, out of bounds, and will stay here with the Titans. Falk hands off to Lindsay. Lindsay had that ball tipped away, that pass to Keller. Into the hands of the T-Wolves, quickly to the floor, Alpin. Pickett, back-to-back threes, yes! Pickett from downtown. He now has 12 points. And it's a 10-point lead, 35-25. Fox. Now to Keller. Back to Fox. Olympus has got to get careful and not start chucking and ducking. Lindsay leaves it short. And now the rebound off the top of the head of Hale. And I'm not sure, a timeout taken by the Timberwolves. That's a tough timeout when they go over the ball like that. But it's a timeout, 2:34 remaining in the third. So after the timeout, full court pressure from Olympus, trying to speed up Timpanogos' offense. Alphin breaks it on the dribble. Gives it up on the angle to Pickett, who's got the hot hand for the T-Wolves. Back-to-back threes. Got 12 points and 3 3-pointers. Pickett hands off to Alpin. There's been scores in bunches for Timpanogos, and for most of the night, a frustrated offense for Olympus. Pickett into lane, sends out three on the way, off the back of the iron. That ball looked good from Coombs. Put on the floor with Lindsay. Lindsay going to go coast to coast, and they're going to call it on the floor. And that'll be the third team foul on Timpanogos. Inbound to Fox for three, and leaves it short. And the rebound goes off of Lindsay. Coach Barnes thought that went off of Pickett. The officials didn't see it that way. Alpin to trigger in. Again, full court pressure stolen by Monson. Monson tipped and then got control of it. It was a little quick with that. Falk to Lindsay for three. And that's off the mark, and a rebound in the hands of Alpin. Missed opportunity there from from Olympus. 1:40 remaining in the quarter. Alpin, kick out Coombs. Pulls up from the junction, and Coombs knocks down his first shot of the ball game. And it's now 37-25 in favor of the T-Wolves. Lindsay kicks out to Fox. Offense has got to get moving. With this deficit and the offensive style of Timpanogos, that fourth quarter will be difficult to make up this lead. They have to do it here at the end of the third. Up top, Lindsay. Lindsay pirouette in the lane around Alpin and scores. Nice footwork from Jake Lindsay. Now with 12 points. Full court pressure still on. Trying to get it ahead, and does to Melville. It's a foul on Lindsay, and that's number 3. Day triggers in to Pickett. 55 seconds remaining in the quarter. Timpanogos going to shrink this game down by spreading it out for the last minute. Try to go high post, or out top rather, to Melville instead of high post. Melville dribbles out. Big fella working on the dribble. 35 seconds now remaining. Got to be close to that 5-second closely guard, but he gets it off the Alpin. Cross court to Pickett and reset it. Down to 25 seconds remaining in the quarter. Pickett over to Day. Day back to Pickett, 20 seconds. Gonna go 4 low, the ball in the hands of Pickett, who's got the hot hand, 15 seconds. Pickett working on the dribble, 10 seconds down the lane, splits the defenders, flips the ball up, and scores! Oh, Pickett, how did he get that to go? 5 seconds. Hands off to Lindsay, 3 seconds. 2 seconds, Lindsay will count at the horn. Too strong. And what a third quarter from Timpanogos. Off the hands of Pickett, who's got 14 in the ball game. Off the bench at the end of 3, 39-27, Timpanogos. Start of the fourth quarter, and a 12-point lead for Timpanogos. We talked about it, the 25-24 lead for Olympus. It felt like they were trailing by 10, now down by 12, and now 14. Layup and in for Hale, and it's going to take a big effort from Olympus. Fox, cross court to Keller, now to Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, has the ball slapped away by Hale. Lindsay came out a little lame, and we got a traveling violation, I believe, on Day, and we'll go back to Olympus. In the corner, Keller up top with Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane around Melville and scores. Float over the top by Lindsay, now with 14 points. And ball falling out of bounds on the inbound. Melville gives it up. Pardon me, that was Pickett. In the hands of Alpin. Olympus has to continue to speed up Timpanogos as they're going to spread this out, take long possessions. They've had success against this man-to-man D. And Day, again, a hard drive to the hole, this time drawing the foul. I believe it'll be on Fox. It'll be 2 free throws. Day hit the first free throw. First points of the ball game. Front rims his second. And the ball in the hands of Keller, 42-39. Minute into the fourth quarter. Lindsay cross court to Fox. Lindsay high post to Falk. Kicks out. Oh, nice ball movement out to Keller. Keller will pull up inside the free throw line and it just goes in and out. Would not stay down. Quickly back down the floor with Alpin. Alpin has not scored in the second half. Alpin working on the dribble. Off the window, crawls off, rebound to Hale. And Hale goes up. I believe they're going to get the jump ball. That's a quick whistle. Possession arrow belongs to Olympus. 6:27 remaining in the fourth. Back down the floor with Lindsay and the Titans. Matchup zone. Kick out to Lindsay. Cross court Fox pulls for 3. And Fox knocks down the triple. With the way the Titans can knock down the 3, they can erase this deficit quickly. And Timpanogos is going to force them into those deep threes. Gets it into Day. Day trapped, gets it back to Alpin. Alpin gets it ahead to Day. 5:55 remaining, and it's stolen by Lindsay going the other way. Day giving chase. Lindsay has the ball slapped away by Day. And Lindsay comes up a little lame, and he'll have 2 free throws. Lindsay left the first short, and the second short as well, tipped out and then taken by Melville. Cookie down the floor now with Alpin and the T-Wolves. Alpin nearly loses the handle, gets it back, kicks it out, Melville. Back up top to Alpin. Alpin closely guarded by Fox. Hands off to Coombs. 5:25 now remaining in the fourth. Coombs in the lane, kicks it out to Alpin. Gonna run clock. Here's Melville. He'll jump it up and goes off the rim. Rebound in the hands of Lindsay. Quickly down the floor, here's Fox. In the corner to Keller, who pulls for 3, and that's off the mark. And a rebound in the hands of Coombs. Had the ball slapped away into the hands of Lindsay. Lindsay loses the handle, picked up by Hale. And Olympus is unable to take advantage of opportunities. Melville in the hands of Coombs. Coombs reverses out, gets in the hands of Pickett. 4:55 now remaining in the fourth. Timeout taken by Timpanogos. 4:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. 42-32 T-Wolves. Melville, the trigger. Gets it into Alpin. Alvin pressured by Fox, gets away from him. Pickett gets it back to Alpin, really stolen by Fox. Fox going to put pressure on him, looking at it closely guarded. Coach Ingle standing right there. Give it up to Pickett. And there's the foul on Lindsay, and that's number 4. Got to be smart trying to get the steal there. But it's number 4 on Jake Lindsay. 4:26 remaining in the game. Melville triggers into Alpin. And Alpin didn't have that slap. It did have a slap by Fox. They lost it. And that should be offensive, and it is. Got that off arm on Fox. And we'll go with the Titans. All too often that call goes against the defender. I thought that was correctly called. Your arm gets away from you like that and it's used to an advantage. If it was the other way around, it's an easy foul call. Lindsay for 3 off the mark. And stolen by Falk back inside. Gives up to Keller, and Keller scores. Nice job by Cervantes. Got to get it in. Alpin gets it to Hale. Inside of 4 minutes, 3:55 on a rolling clock. Down to 3:50. 8-point ball game. It's going to take stops and points from Olympus. Cervantes with Alpin. And that's the 16th foul on the Titans. Melville got to get it in. Again, good defense by Olympus on the inbound. Gets it into Hale. Hale cross court to Alpin. Up top to Coombs. Coombs cross court to Pickett. Again, 4 corners with 3.5 remaining. Melville. And Fox jumps in the middle, knocks it loose. Alpin on the floor trying to get it, and picked up by Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, give it up, Cervantes, and he lays it up and in. 2 things to point out that I think you've got to change in the Federation rules. Number 1 is the shot clock, and number 2 is a coach being able to call the timeout from the bench as Alpin takes the timeout there. 2:55 remaining in the fourth quarter, 42-36. Olympus got one more charge left in them. Full court pressure still on. Gets it into Pickett. Pickett back to Alpin. Alpin, Falk right with him, has him trapped along the baseline, gets in the middle of the floor to Melville. Melville on the push, he's going to reverse out to Coombs. The foul to Keller. Keller got a little too aggressive, had his hand out, got the foul. There'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Coombs. Front end a 1-on-1 for A.J. Coombs. Back rimmed and rebounded by Lindsay. Lindsay quickly ahead to Keller. Keller will float it off the window, and it's a 4-point game, 42-38. Alpin gets it into Melville. Timpanogos going to have to run offense. They're going to win this ball game. 2:25 remaining. Pickett. Coach Ingle asked, going through the rotation. Here's Melville. Melville go hard to the hole, will float it up and was fouled. Good call. I believe it's on Cervantes the way he's responding. There'll be 2 free throws coming to Melville. Melville hit the front end. And both. 9 points for Melville. 44-38. Down the floor with Lindsay. Kicks out to Fox. Fox rotate back around to Keller. Keller holds to Fox. Now Lindsay drives the lane, gets around the defender and scores. 4-point game, and timeout. Coach Barnes of 1:56 remaining in the fourth. 44-40 T-Wolves. 1:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. Full court pressure put on by Olympus. Get it into Day. Day gets around Fox, and again, they're going to spread it out and force fouls. Here's Alpin. Give it up to Melville. Melville back to Alpin. High post to Hale, kick it back out. Here's Melville. High post to Hale. Hale in the corner to Day. I get on our soapbox every time we have one of these. You should have to score the basketball to win ball games. And right now, Timpanogos is going to force fouls and get in a double bonus situation to get 2 free throws. Up top of Melville. Melville to Hale. Inside. And Pickett swatted away from behind by Fox. In the hands of Lindsay. Lindsay kicks out to Keller. Cervantes. Falk now up top to Fox. Cross court to Keller. Inside of a minute, got to score. Lindsay drive the lane, slapped away by Day, and then fouled by Lindsay. That's number 5. Lindsay writhing on the floor in pain. That hip, once again, it's acted up on him a couple times tonight. It'll be 2 free throws today. Day hit the front end of 1-1. His 2 free throws rest of the way for Timpanogos. And he hits them both. 46-40. We get the floor. Keller gonna have to do it. Cervantes loses the handle, kicks it back out. Keller for 3. Back rimmed and rebound to Melville. And then T-Wolves can close it out here. Melville fouled. He has 2 free throws with 43.5 remaining. The T-Wolves could close out a big win at Olympus. Melville missed the front end. And hits the second. 47-40. Up the floor with Fox. A slight little bit of hope for Olympus. They got to score and score quickly. And then get missed free throws. Back to Keller. 30 seconds. Cross court to Monson. Monson works his way to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Tips it back out to Falk. And Falk scores with 22 seconds remaining. Timeout taken by Coach Barnes. 47-42 T-Wolves. Off into inbound. 5-point lead for the T-Wolves. Gets it in the Day. And there's the foul. It'll be 2 free throws for Day with 19.8 remaining. Day was short on his first. Hits his second. 48-42, 19.8 remaining. Get it into Fox. Olympus has got to move quickly. Fox gets it over to Keller. 15 seconds, got to score. Cervantes pump fakes the 3, kicks out to Keller. Keller has that slapped away by Day, 9 seconds. Day for 3, too strong. And a rebound to Pickett. And Pickett's fouled with just under 5 seconds remaining. And the T-Wolves are going to come into Olympus and get a big road region win. And they get iced away with free throws. Cervantes made the first. Back rims his second. Into the hands of Falk, and that'll do it. Timpanogos comes into Olympus and gets a big win. 49-42, and it was a big third quarter. They gave him a double-digit lead, and the Timpanogos Timberwolves was able to hang on and get the big 7-point win over Olympus. Stay tuned for our post-game wrap-up and our Nudge Player of the Game selection. And welcome back to Olympus High School. Again, our final score, the Timpanogos Timberwolves 49 and the Olympus Titans 42, and a tough loss for Olympus. And we saw at the end of the game Jake Lindsay go down. He's been favoring that hip. He'd missed a couple games because of it. He did have 16 points tonight, but the offense was just in and out for him. Left a lot of shots short. Can only believe that it's because of that hip and not being able to get the lift that he needs on his shot, or he's missing it a little bit short. But Lindsay just didn't have enough going tonight to be able to pull it out for the Titans, where it was the third quarter is the story of this ball game. Well, let's first go talk about the first half. First half is into the first. It was Alpin who hit the 3 of it before the end of the first quarter, and then opened up the second quarter 2 straight threes that scored 10 consecutive points for Timpanogos, giving the lead and extend the lead. And in the third quarter, it was 25-24, and Pickett scored 12 points and gave the Timberwolves the lead that really never relinquished in this ball game. Olympus just did not have enough firepower, got it down to 4 points, 44-40. That's when Lindsay picked up his last fouled out, and then it was a nice job of hitting some free throws down the stretch to get the win. Our Nudge Player of the Game, this is a tough one. We're going to go with Chase Pickett with what he did in the second half in that third quarter, trailing by 1, able to put the game away, really give it a lead, and then help Olympus keep this game under wraps. With over 500 employees, Nudge is one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. To learn more about Nudge and their community outreach programs, go to www.nudge.com. For the T-Wolves, they moved to 4-1 in region play. They only trail Orem, who they lost a tough game to last week. They're going to have that return game at Timpanogos. Also have the return game from Olympus at home as well. Big opportunities for the T-Wolves in region play. They're really in play for that number 1 seed, number 2 seed as well. Going into the state tournament, they're playing extremely well, playing team basketball. Talk about at the top, a number of guys, no one averaging double digits, and a bunch of guys that step up and play well together. Pickett came off the bench, mind you, and did an outstanding job tonight for the T-Wolves. Again, our final score, Timpanogos 49 and Olympus 42. Our Nudge Player of the Game, Chase Pickett from the Timberwolves. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and watching High School Rewind, only on Xfinity On Demand.